Greetings, salutations, and hallucinations, oh steamed offenders. Uncle JoJo is back, also known as Big Daddy Smooth Love. How y'all doing, ladies? We're here tonight to talk about my new play Perte, otherwise known as the Fogger 5.0. And I'm going to give y'all some hints and ups and downs. I watched several videos about how to wick this thing. You want to stuff your juice canal slam full. No. For one thing, you don't have juice canals, you have juice dents. They're about that big. I actually had a full video where I took it, I had it apart and put it all together and got through, and I looked. The video cut off like a little over halfway through. It didn't even tell me. My tablet decided to crap on me. I don't know why. It's just in a bad mood. So we're doing another one. As you can tell, it's already full of juice. No offense, but I'm not taking it back apart and all that stuff. No. It's just not going to happen tonight. So, what we're looking at here, got the nice little fogger. You can see it in there. It says Fogger. So, as you're putting this thing together, here's your advice. You have a little ring that goes right here. Can't really tell in the video, but has threading here at the very bottom of the base of the tank. That's your airflow control ring. I took mine completely off. If you do, leave it on. Screw it all the way down before. You see this top piece right here. I'll use these in points. See? Now that right there is a base ring that goes on, and it screws off. Make sure that this is screwed all the way down, because I bottomed this out against the control ring and didn't realize it, filled it up, and made a damn mess. I mean, a damn mess. I had juice every friggin' where it looked like a sieve. So I basically wound up taking that stupid thing off, because, I mean, hell, you don't have enough airflow really to matter with this thing. I'm just going to be honest with you. Next piece of advice. This is advice for every tank on the market. Before you fill it full of juice, before you do any damn thing, put your chimney on there. When you get your cotton and all wicked and all that stuff done, you screw your chimney on, test fire it 3 or 4 times. Because what happens is metal, when heated, will expand. That's just a law of thermodynamics. That's how it is. And what will happen is when it expands, it will touch that sidewall and it'll short. And if you got it full, guess what? Now you can take it all the way back apart, empty out all your juice, blah, 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 just so you can move the friggin' coils around. So do it before you get through with it. That way you don't have to go through all that hell. I learned this the hard way. I'm passing it on to you so you don't get to do it. So now, next up, you want to know, how does this thing fill? That's my drip tip. This is the one that comes with it. As you can tell, there's not very big, but then again, I'm going to get to that. This is where it fills at. As you see here, this is basically a dual purpose deal. It's a heat sink, hold your drip tip, and here's where it fills at. And what you do is, you have a little black O-ring that fits right in there. You have 2 holes, a big one and a small one. This big one, of course, is where you're going to pour your juice and stick your tip in there. If you got a drip bottle, I'm sorry, but you're probably going to be crap out of luck. You're going to have to get you some unicorn bottles or something of that nature to fill this thing. The holes are not very big, but what it does allow for is when you fill, the air comes out the other hole as the juice goes in this one, which is a great thing, and all you have to do is just put that little O-ring, drop it back in there. Again, that's the depth of your chimney. I want you to look at that, though. See how big that is? That's not very big, people. And, of course, that just screws right back down on there. Take your drip tip, and you're done. At first, I thought that was rather janky until I got used to it and realized, you know what, this is a hell of a good system. It really is. It actually works rather well. I wish that actually would work pretty well on your goblin, because if some of you have ever done this, upside down, you take your screw out, you go to squeezing your juice. Now, as you can tell, I've got the big tank on here. Your juice is down here at the very bottom. You ain't got much in there, but all of a sudden you got juice pouring out here out of your spout. And you're wondering, how the hell can I be overflowing when, hell, I'm not even up to the chimney walls yet? And it's because as the juice is flowing down, the air is being pushed out. And it catches the juice in the suction, sucks it out, and it goes all, floods the chimney out, and it starts dripping out your drip tip. I've done that a few times. It's a pain in the ass. Now, here are my thoughts on the 5.0. This thing's 40 bucks, people. 40 friggin' dollars. And what you're getting is this. You're getting a dual coil limo. Seriously. As you can tell, I have bored the air holes out on mine. But airflow on these 2 devices is almost identical. This is a dual coil limo. Airflow is very restricted even with the trim ring all the way off. If you bore it out, it's going to help a little bit. But folks, I mean, I just want you to look at this. That is how big your chimney is. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to hold that up there, give you an idea of that. Now look at that. Folks, I'm willing to bet you that I could take that, if that chimney piece was long enough, I could stick it down inside this one. In other words, the internal diameter of a Goblin chimney is bigger than the external diameter of the Fogger chimney. That's a hell of a difference when you're talking about airflow. The internal, your small holes in there, they look like they're about 2.5 millimeter, maybe 2.5 millimeter, whereas you got dual 3s on that damn thing. You got these 2 massive air holes on the side, whereas this one's got 3 tiny ones. Like I said, it's a damn limo. It's a dual coil limo, and that's really it. Airflow is going to be very restricted, even if you bore it out, because you can't really, there's your bottleneck is going to be that tiny ass chimney. You're not going to be able to do much with that. I mean, literally, the airflow is almost identical to a stock limo. Vapor production, it's up there. You got dual coils. You're going to get the vapor. You're going to get good flavor. It's going to give you better flavor than a limo. But here's the deal. You're still got restricted by your airflow. Now, of course, we got this on my Sigeli 150. And if you look here, we're looking at, she's sitting at basically 0.8 ohms, and I'm running her at 30 watts. Anything above that, she just starts to cook a little bit. But I tend to stick around 30 watts. I bought a 150. Why? Because hell, a 100 watt ain't but $5. It's about $5, $6 more than a 100 watt, and the 50 watts like 80. So I mean, to hell with it. Might as well just go ahead and get a 150 watt. I like my regulated devices. What can I say? Thoughts. I'm gonna be honest with you. Build quality is okay. Threads are a little rough. It's just not the easiest thing to do to screw together. All in all, for the money, you're gonna be better off with this. Build quality on your Goblin is far superior. You get tremendously improved airflow, tremendously improved flavor and vapor production. The Goblin versus the Fogger, there is no comparison in my book. I'm sorry, there's not. The Goblin is also cheaper. It's about $5 cheaper than the Fogger 5.0, but it gives you it's an improvement it improves in every way except the bottom fill. This damn 1901 Kafun crap, folks, we need to get away from it. If they would just take the Goblin and make it a top fill, they could use the same system that Fogger's using. Hey, I'm down with that. I'm down with it. I'm going to buy this. So my advice, straight up, this is what you want. This is what you want right here. You want a Goblin. Woo! Getting smoky up in here, ain't it? Woo! Gotcha. That's vapor, baby. Vapor. All in all, like I said, you're getting a dual coil limo. For my money, I'm going with the Goblin all day long. That's all, Doctor. That's all that Big Daddy Smooth Love got for you tonight. Now tomorrow, I should have my last of my vape mail for the month, which is J-Wrap for this. I might do a preview on it, and I got some more. Of course, I got some more juice coming in, some more creamies. Basically, because it's excellent juice for cheap, and they're almost caught up on shipping, so we're booming. Now, as always, y'all have a great night. May the Lord bless you as He has blessed me, and even more. And I'm gonna tell you right now is remember this as always. Much love for you, and peas and cornbread.